Okay, good morning, everybody. This is Vince with Listings to Leads, and we're going to talk about open house marketing, just sold marketing, and pending marketing in our platform. And these are all ways to capture leads. There are obviously times to market properties and get the word out that you are a real estate professional, but you're going to find out that at every one of those stages, we change our call to actions. We make it more powerful for you to capture leads when doing that. So let's look at the ways that we're actually doing that. Inside your account, you have a listings page. Now, in case you don't know, you do have an ID and password. Please make sure and use that up here at the top right where it says My Account. In this case, I'm already logged in, so it just brings me right to this page. And I want to kind of show you where you would be if you have listings. So first of all, we auto-generate all of these tools. And you might need to come in and create your own open house. If it's not feeding in from the MLS, there's a button right here that says open house. It's a green button with a white door. Click it, and that'll open up a time where you can save the date and time. And at that point, we start to automate, or we start to send you a bunch of tools automatically. But before you do any of that, right, and before we talk about pending advertising or just sold advertising, I want to talk about one of the basic things inside of this system, and that is the effect of the ability to capture leads for you. And the best way to show that is, let's just look at a single property website. This home, as you can see, the banner is it's price reduced. So the price probably dropped, and then this automatically changes the banner in our system, and we send out a new message, a new Facebook ad and an e-flyer directly to the agent that says, hey, let's market this because it's a better time to look at it, another time to look at it. The thing about this that you're not maybe aware of yet is that every time you put out a tool online, this page automatically pops up. It says follow this home, and it says, hey, to stay on top of this home, since the price is reduced, click here to continue with Facebook. And if I were to click that, which I'm not going to right now, it would reach into my personal Facebook account and deliver to this agent, Betty McKean, my email and my name from Facebook. Okay, so that's the kind of lead capture that's built into the system. But there's another point here that you all have to be aware of. On the left-hand side of your listings, whether it's an e-flyer or in this case a single property website, could even be a virtual tour, there are what we call lead generation links. Schedule a showing is pretty obvious what that is, but see our listings, search all homes for sale. These can be uniquely pointing to your website. And I'm thinking most of you agents have websites. I think they're Playster sites. And I've even heard that they are configured to capture leads. So this home is in Frisco, Texas. I would really recommend that you have a link that says search all homes for sale, but also one that says Frisco homes for sale. And since this home is under 300 grand, I probably want a link that says Frisco homes under 300K. Whatever you're doing with those, for you as the agent, I'm going to click search all homes. I want to point out that when we set up the office and we set all of your hundreds of agents up, we pointed everything to the office. So these lead generation links are going to be pointing people back to your office website. You can quickly log into your account, go to the section that says lead links and logo, and swap those links out instead of pointing to the office website and point it to your own website. And then you can associate them and you'll have them here. And so you get the most lead gen going on. I just wanted you to see that because that's an important way of our clients to capture leads. And if you don't take advantage of it, well, you're just kind of, I don't know, leaving money on the table. From here, I'm going to get out of the Keller Willams office account and I'm going to get into my little demo account so we can talk more specifically. I can actually click through on things and show you what happens, around how you use the tools and how you capture the leads and what it looks like. So I don't want to work in a live account with you because you as agents will start getting, leads from me. But we're focused on 3 areas of advertising today. Open house, I'm on the listings page, just sold, and pending. Okay. And you'll notice over here in the first status, in the first column, it says status. And and I've got JL for just listed, JS for just sold, under contract, pending, and then active, right? Just active for sale. So let's look at just listed property real quickly and just see what it looks like, right? Remember, I was talking about those lead generation links on the left-hand side, and here I've got a home for sale in Granite Bay. So I've got Granite Bay homes for sale, Granite Bay homes for 500 to 700, Granite Bay homes under 500, and that's because we know this. People think in their price range, right? And in certain areas, there's a price range where homes fly off the shelves, and there's a price point where they just sit on the market for months, right? If you're selling a home somewhere, you probably want to have a link that says, Frisco homes under 400K, if that's a price point, right? Something like that. In either case, whatever you're doing, note when I click this link here, I am not pushing to the office website. I'm pushing to a property search page on my own site. Okay, so take advantage of that. The automatic call to action is like what we saw before. If you want to continue following this home, continue with Facebook. Okay. Now the other thing is, what about just sold? All right, that was just listed. What about just sold? And to see that, let's click on the single property website. And what I'm doing here is showing you the lead capture at the various stages. Again, the lead generation link should be relevant to the property and the price. The automatic lead capture form, we'll give it a second, should pop up here, or we can jog it this way. Because this home is just sold, it's a different call to action, right? It's not just listed. Just listed is usually more for buyers. Just sold, a lot of people who click that own a home. And this says, this home just sold, this is going to affect your home value. Put your address here to get your own value, right? Get your home value right here in the lead capture for just sold advertising. So this is great because, and it's part of what Listings to Leads does, is our tools are designed to capture leads. So if they're designed to capture leads, use them as many times as you can. Just listed, under contract. Let's look at under contract real quick. Under contract, basically for us, it's like pending, and it has a different banner, so you can market the home at the same time. And of course, it says when this home is sold, it will affect your home's value. Get your home value now, right? And that's really the point of the status is changing. So let's now go to one of my active listings, and active is just for sale, and let's create an open house. Now, in case this data may flow in automatically from your MLS. I doubt it because I've seen a little bit of the just sold triggers are not flowing through. So you kind of have to manage these things a little more manually. But here is how you add an open house. You go to the open house button, you click it. It brings you to this little section right here where you set the time and date. So I'm just going to put it on the 16th from 1 to 4. And I'm going to scroll to the bottom and click save. Okay. Now at that point, we email you a bunch of tools in one shot. All right. The email looks like this, and it basically has a tool for social media advertising. It's got a tool for a Facebook ad. It's got an open house e-flyer that you can send off to your database of people that you've collected to say, hey, we've got an open house coming this weekend. It's even got a print flyer if you're going to do some door knockings, and it's got various versions of that. Okay. So I want to open the single property website first. So I can this email shows up automatically. And what you should do with this is share this to all your favorite social media, right? Now this one is for sale, so I should actually go back to the property we were working on. That one is open house. Give me a second here. Find out where it was. Right. So here is where we got the dates on this right. Up on the top right, it says the 16th from 1 to 4, it's open, right? The links on the left-hand side are relevant to this particular property and neighborhood. But notice the lead capture form that pops up. It's different from just listed. It's also different from just sold. This time, it's a little bit time sensitive, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's a clock ticking here, right? And just saying, get on it. Click continue with Facebook, and let's click that. I'm going to click it. When I click it, watch my screen. You're going to see a little window pop up and then disappear. What that did is that reached into Facebook and delivered the consumer's name and email that is in Facebook to me, the agent. So that's how the open house tool works. It's got that cool, I don't know if you can see over here, I've got leads popping up and my phone's buzzing and all that, right? So this is really the nature of that. Inside that email that I showed you, let's see if I can find it here. You also get a tool that says Open House Facebook ad, the listing landing page. And I actually really recommend the listing landing page during an open house. And let's go over here and look at it. Listing landing pages are right here. Like I showed you, we email it to you automatically. But I like this because it gives us one image of the home. And it says, here's the open house. And if you want more information on it, like the price or the photos or schools or things like that, click continue with Facebook, right? It is telling us it's time sensitive, but in this case, if I just want basic information, I got to click that. And when I click that, we deliver the name and email from Facebook to you, and then we are dropped on the single property website. And the single property website has all kinds of good information, right? So those are a couple of the tools. There's also an open house e-flyer. Let's kind of just go look at it here. To make it easy for us. You can always access your tools here. And this is, you can see there's an open house. There's also that ticking clock right there. There's a picture of the home, the information you expect on the home, and then of course, lead gen links, right? But there's something very different about what we're doing when it comes to advertising. And I definitely want you to take advantage of this at every stage. And open house is really a good example. This is an e-flyer. This is emailed to you automatically, and you should forward it to your homeowner, to the client. You're going to notice that your logo is here, your picture and phone number are there, your favorite lead gen links, information on the home, of course, the date and time. But there's also this message that says, dear friends, as you know, our home is for sale. And you, the agent at Keller Willams Dallas, is holding an open house for us at this date and time. To get as many people there as possible, we'd ask that you send this to as many people as you can. So really, this is a pre-written message for your homeowners to forward to their friends, asking them to share it. Why? Well, of course, we want to fill up that open house and sell the home at the highest value, right? But there's also another important strategy here, is we want your name in front of your clients, friends, and family, right? Because as much as our clients love to get online leads, they really, really love referrals. And these tools are designed to get you referrals. This is an open house message saying you, the agent, are working to sell their home, right? There's also a different message if the home is just listed. We've hired you to sell our home, and this is one of the many tools that you've created. Please forward this. So this is an e-flyer format, okay? There is also a tool that's designed for Facebook, okay? It's actually designed for all social media, but we email it to you automatically. And I describe it in terms of Facebook because in terms of getting referrals and also filling up the house, but referrals, it's really, Facebook is a very powerful place. This message is automatically emailed to you. And I think it's a little bit confusing, so I want you to understand what to do with it. Copy what is between the two red lines, forward it to your client, meaning the homeowner, along with that e-flyer that I showed you, and then call the client, right, for 5 or 10 seconds and just say, hey, I just sent you an e-flyer. If you could forward that on to your friends, that would be great. We're doing everything to get people at the open house, but just more exposure, right, would be awesome. And Also, I just sent you a little Facebook ad, right? A little Facebook piece. Just copy what is between the red lines and paste it on your wall. Okay, so you're telling the homeowner to please copy and paste. And I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. Now, please note, here it's coming from me, Vincent Meza, right? And it's me talking about me. And that's really not the design of this particular tool. It should be coming from your homeowner talking about you, right? We're having an open house on Saturday, and you at Keller Willams Dallas is doing a lot of marketing, but please share this with as many people as you can to get more people there, right? Kind of the same message. Try to get this viral in email and viral on Facebook. But here, there's kind of something going on that you may not be aware of. This little message talking about you at your office is now going to all of my friends. And if you're a homeowner, or I'm not a homeowner, but if you're on Facebook, you've probably got a couple hundred friends, right? So your clients probably have a few hundred friends who are relatives, maybe people they work with, maybe parents of kids that their kids go to school with, all kinds of people like that. They just, they're all there to share pictures and fun stuff together. So now they can share the fact that you are the professional helping them sell their home. And that's really an important piece. So this is all kind of emailed to you, send it to your client, call your client. And when their friends click on this, what's going to happen? Well, what's going to happen is this single property website is going to pop up. And all of your favorite lead generation links pointing to your website is going to pop up. And it's going to say, hey, at this address is an open house on Saturday at that time. And of course, this page pops up and asks them to kind of register and continue. And this is all, as you can imagine, designed to capture leads for you. Okay? So that part there, what I just showed you, the e-flyer and social media, these are free things to do. And even though I just showed you on Facebook, you might want to put some of these tools on LinkedIn for sure, and Twitter, and what other sites? Pinterest, things like that. You can share them just by clicking these buttons underneath your name here, right? And just clicking LinkedIn, and this opens up LinkedIn and say, hey, there's a really great home I'm showing this week in this neighborhood, and tell the reasons why, and share it. And people will see it. And really what we like to hear is that there are a lot of people inside your open houses. I think a lot of people sit on open houses and they don't get a lot of traffic. There's another tool that shows up automatically in your toolkit, in your open house toolkit. And that is over here. I'm going to stay inside the platform to show it to you, just in case you lose it. But if you click Edit Listings, and you see the open house tools, there's an online sign-in form, right? And that is basically, if you've got Wi-Fi in that house and you've got a laptop, or you've got like an iPad or something like that, this is really, we actually just had a post in our mastermind group from a lady who had an open house, and she said, you know what? I asked them for feedback. She said, I've always put a note paper down and said, hey, please register and just let me know you were here. And that was, she said, I just don't ever get results. She said, but I used this and I kept telling people I want feedback. And the first question it says is, do you think this home was presented very well, looks good, needs okay, needs work, notify me of the price, yes, no. And then, are you working with an agent, and your name and email, enter. People are very comfortable filling this out. And what she was saying is she's got a lot of leads over this one weekend from using just this particular tool at the event. When the person fills this out, we send them a an e-flyer for the open house. So it has your lead generation links, it has the information on the home, and it also has those lead links pointing to your site and your contact information. So it's a great tool, and this is one of the tools that sort of show up automatically when you add an open house. Now, the other thing that I want to get into, a lot of what I've shown you is what we consider kind of free and viral and leveraging the sphere of influence for your client, right? But there's one more thing that you definitely should be doing, And when it's coming to this open house, I'm going to click on the listing landing page because I think this is the best tool when you're talking about an open house. You should be running an ad on this. Okay. You copy this link here, you go to Facebook and you click on this button and you click create an ad. And if you look at the call that we did last week, which is about Facebook advertising, you follow those steps, right? Basically, target everybody that lives at least within 10 miles of the home that you're selling and make sure they're over 25. And I would put 20 bucks in it for 4 days, Wednesday to Saturday in this case, right? A few thousand people will see that. They'll see you're a realtor and you'll see if there's an open house. And if they click on it, you got a way of capturing some leads, okay? So that's really what I would do with an open house. Share it on your social, share that single property website, get the automated tools over to your client, and call that client and make sure they put them out there on the open house. Now, as I mentioned, there are other statuses, right? And I want to just point out, this one is under contract, this one is pending. If I click here on edit, I can choose all of the statuses that I want. Maybe active, contingent, just sold, under contract, in contract, whatever kind of applies to your MLS. But when you do that, like I said, the lead capture form is unique, right? So if we look at the single property website, the lead capture form here is saying, hey, this home is pending. When it closes, it's going to affect your home value. Get your home value here. So again, this single property website, when it comes to something that is pending, or when it is under contract, or when it's just sold, I prefer the single property website, okay? Because this form, I think, is really great in capturing listing leads. When it's an open house, I really prefer to use the listing landing page because it gives me just enough information. But if I want more, I got to click continue Facebook and then you get the lead, right? So let's talk about just sold, right? I'm going to go to the just sold single property website. And a lot of people, this is like an afterthought, right? I guess you sold the home and you're ready to move on to other stuff. But this is our just sold single property website. And I do not want any of you to overlook this opportunity because this opportunity is to help you get more listing. Let me have a sip of coffee here. If there are any questions, let me know in the chat panel. So let's talk about what it looks like when the home is just sold. When you change that status to just sold, obviously, first thing, we're going to send you an e-flyer for just sold. All right. So let's look at it. And the flyer says, dear friends, Vince Meza at LL Realty just got our home sold. Excellent job. We'd like to recommend him. Here is his email and phone number, right? And there you go, right? It's the information on the home. It's sold, favorite lead generation links, your number, right? Awesome. Forward that to your client. And before you call them, pick up the phone, open up this email that we send you automatically and copy what is between the red lines like we did last time and forward it to them as well. And I want to show you what this looks like because it's awesome. I think it's just really, it's straight up awesome. And here's why. It is not just sold advertising. It's a pre-written testimonial for your clients, friends, and family on Facebook. Okay. So you're going to send what I just copied to your client. You're going to send the e-flyer of the just sold to your client, and you're going to call them and say, hey, could you put that on your Facebook wall? Again, you're going to note that it's coming from me, Vincent Meza. And in your case, it's going to be coming from your client saying, you at Keller Willams Dallas did an excellent job, and here's your name and phone number. Okay? So to get these tools, all you got to do is go to your listing and change, click edit and change the status. We also, when your listing goes pending, we send you an automatic email. It's actually coming from Tammy. And it's an automated email that says, hey, your price has changed. and or not this is dropped out. Is it pending? Is it under contract? Is it just sold? Open the email, and instead of responding to Tammy, click the link to update your status, and we will send you those tools automatically. Okay? And use them because they're pre-written testimonials. They're designed to get you listing leads. And I think everybody wants a nice testimonial and everybody wants more listings, right? What happens when I see this, when your clients, friends and family sees it, they click that link, this single property pops up, it shows the home that you sold. You got a link here to get more home values. You got links pointing to the favorite parts of your website. And of course, this pops up and says, hey, would you like your home value? So all that is kind of automatically created and emailed to you. Just take advantage of it. Okay? That's really all you got to do. Click here to make sure it's just sold, and then just take advantage of the tools. So that's, let's see. That's really it in terms of automated marketing for open house and for pending and for just sold. First, change the status. Second, when we send you the tools, forward them on and call your client, make sure they use them. Okay? And then the last part is open house advertising, right here. And I am going to walk through now at this point. I showed you how to create the open house, and I showed you that you're going to have a number of tools all in one spot, right? This one here that says open house Facebook ad, this is the tool I like to use for my open house because it's got a ticking clock in it, right? It's got it right there. And so let's go here and look at it in our fresh view again. So I'm going to run an ad real quickly for you, even though you probably have it, but if you happen to miss that part of the last call, let's do an ad together. We're going to copy this link because we want to drive traffic to this link, okay? And when we do that, we go over to Facebook. You're going to need a business page. Click Create Ads. And I'm going to move kind of quickly here because we've done this. We did this together last week. Start over. Okay. Traffic. Whenever you're running an ad, it's funny, somebody was in our mastermind group last week and saying, I don't know, I'm using something else. For all of our clients, use traffic. Because it's an open house, call it open house, right? And maybe put the name of the town you're in, right? I'm gonna call it Frisco. And then I'd also say, you know, the date, 12, what is it, 14 maybe, something like that. Not yet. But from here, this is an important reason why you want to run a Facebook ad. When you hold an open house, whether you're borrowing the listing or whether it's your own, you want people to know that you're holding that open house. If it's your own listing, you want them to know that that you're a realtor, right? That's first and foremost. That you actually, let's see, Frisco TX. Oh, that's a Norwegian way of spelling Frisco. Okay, so what I've done is I typed in Frisco, Texas, and you can see here that this is going to go plus 25 miles. You could leave it that way. You know your area more than me, but I'm just going to give it a 10-mile circumference. And I'm going to say people have to be at least 25 years old to see this, okay? And from here, you want to use placements automatic so that people can see this both on their desktop and on their smartphone. And always change the ad to lifetime budget. Change your lifetime budget to 20 bucks. That's the max it's going to spend. And it's starting today, so I'm going to end it just for conversation's sake. I'm going to end it on Saturday. Okay, so that's 4 days. And you can see up on the right here, there's a section that says estimated daily reach. And it says 300 to 1,800, which, you know, it's probably going to be around 1,000 people a day for 4 days. So for 20 bucks, 4,000 people are going to see this. And they're going to see that you're a realtor holding an open house. So I highly recommend that you do that. So let's finish the process here. Click continue. Always run your ads. You're going to see here single image ad. And the website URL, just as a reminder, is the website URL up here. Copy that, go here, paste it, and when you paste it, it gives you a little blue box. Click that blue box, push it up here. That's the mobile side, and that picture is too big, but it would look like this, right? And when it looks like this, it tells you get the current price, photos, things like that, right? I think I would change this. I wouldn't use this language. If it's an open house, there's probably something really special about this house. Type it in the box here, right? Does it have a great kitchen? Does it have, hardwood floors? Does it got a great school district? Who knows, right? That's whatever you type here is going to show up on top of the box. It's going to be sponsored by you. I've got a little music thing there. And then it says open house, Granite Bay, and it says open house, and click to get the photo and details. So when you push that, 4,000 people are going to see it. They're going to see that you're a realtor, and they can click on it, and they're going to land here. And when they land here, if they want information, they got to click continue with Facebook. And then that little window pops up, and this web page flips around and says thank you. Then it drops them right on the single property website. Now, I don't know if you can hear it, but my phone is ringing because I've got all kinds of lead stuff flying in and stuff like that. So really, what I'm trying to say here is we create a lot of tools. Definitely leverage the free automated tools that we're sending to you, especially for the open house. There's more than a handful of tools to help you get leads. The e-flyer and the Facebook ads, send them to your client. Get your client to forward it on and share that on Facebook, whether it's just listed or open house, and definitely when it's just sold. And then when you're running an ad, I think if it's, for me, I would recommend running ads for any home that's just listed, or running an ad like I just did for any listing that's open house, and definitely just sold. You want to let people know that you know how to sell homes, right? And so that's what I would recommend that you do. Are there any questions for you? You can put it in the GoToMeeting chat panel. Otherwise, I am going to get on, I'm going to get this on YouTube today and send it over to Tammy and Wayne, and they'll share it with you, and let us know if you have any questions. If you do have any questions in these areas, always use contact support, and just use this form right here because everybody watches it. And one last thing, I know I sent you instructions last week. Definitely get in our mastermind group, and I'm going to show you exactly why right now. Let's see if I can get over there. We were talking about open houses earlier, and I mentioned open house, right? I said, somebody said open house. So I'm going to just type in open house in the search page here, and let's see what pops up. Yeah, exactly. I was mentioning that this is one of the tools that show up when you save an open house. So she put this out on October 3rd inside of our mastermind group. And she said, I've done open houses for other agents and generated 8 full leads. Previous, when I asked people to sign a guest list, it just didn't work. So she put this right there next to the cookies on her laptop and just say, would you please leave feedback? And she says right here, the magic word is feedback. So if you're after getting leads, 1, use our tools. 2, get in our listings to leads mastermind group and learn from other agents who are saying, this is exactly how I'm generating leads, right? Also, the open house feedback ad generated another 10 leads. So just getting a lot of leads from one open house. And if you're holding somebody else's open house, I know you're doing it to be nice. I also think you're doing it to get some leads. So leverage our tools. Okay, everybody, have a great week. And we have another call coming up on Thursday. Hopefully we will see you then. Bye-bye.